Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is showtime, and the crowd goes mild. Something a little different tonight. Never played it before because I just bought it today. Another streamer playing it. It's $7. I describe it as Asteroids meets Path of Exile. And that's actually pretty accurate. Choose my ship. Energetic Glass Cannon, Tanky Brute, or Swift Tactician. Energetic Glass Cannon is definitely me. Well, I, of course, magnifying lens. Controls are WASD and space to dash. Or I can move with the, yeah, let's go with this. Follow the power up. Lone Star Wolf. Now I'm just moving. Shooting is done automatically. As best I can tell, the only thing we do is shoot. Is move. Starter mod. Grants 1 starter mod. Shields, dash energy. 2 dash energies. And XP. Grants 1 starter mod. We're gonna claim it. Okay, do I want knockback? So knockback hits deal 40% more damage. So in short, I'll be doing 8.5% total damage more per second. Do I want chain? I like chain. Or do I want attack speed? Ooh. Let's go with attack speed. Alright, there's our first buff. We're currently taser and scrap. We do 1 to 60 electric damage, 2.5 times a second. Critical strike chance is 8, range is 900. Projectiles chain 2 additional times. Oh, they already had that. That's nice. Skills. And this is the skill tree. If it looks a little bit familiar like Path of Exile, the game is clearly deeply inspired by Path of Exile for all of the game except like the actual combat part. The skills work the same. In fact, there are a lot of the same skills with different names. So let's see. Thermal damage and energy increase to thermal damage, plus 2 to energy. Allocating will grant additional dash, recharge, and total damage. Deflector shield and energy. Or faster dash recharge. Let's just go for more freaking damage. There we go. I have allocated a skill point. That Badoop, as you can see. Wait, what? 1 second. I have to check on something. The Steam Achieve showed up. Steam Achieves normally don't show up unless I'm streaming full screen. But I'm not. I am streaming the game. That threw me. Lost in a skill tree? Use power reports to find the perfect skills for your build. Items. Missions. Aha! And now we choose our mission. Finish that one. Monster level is 2. Destroy all enemies. Weapon and scrap, or do I want a ship token? Well, I have no idea what the difference... Well, I know what a weapon is. We'll go with the ship token. But basically, when we're in here, the only things we can do are control our movement and dash. And this is why I said it's Asteroids meets Path of Exile. That's true, news not Unix. You are correct. I cannot argue with that. And 1 to go. Victory is ours. Okay, spikes and scrap. Kinetic damage. Spore Blaster. The person I was watching earlier said that Spore Blaster is really good early. Ship Token grants 1 skill ship point. Pierce. Did I get all of those? Ah! Those are skills. There's the ship token. Acronym always gets me. Basically, yeah. It's a recursive definition, which, if you're a computer science guy, makes sense. It's basically a built-in computer joke. Projectiles pierce. Okay, so we've got these additional skills now. We have add a weapon, so we can go with spikes and scrap, but my understanding is Spore Blaster is really strong. So we'll go with that. I'm a huge fan of recursion. I did very well, for instance, in my Lisp class, because recursion is something my brain likes, and I'm going to claim that. Okay, we got a skill point. We'll grab that. My brain functions very well off recursion, but funnily enough, I used, there was in my data structures class, I had a problem on homework. And the instructor used it as the example in class, gave me full credit because it worked. He also said it was the worst algorithm he'd ever seen in his life. That's because it's an algorithm where recursion is terribly, terribly slow as opposed to iteration. But the iteration, I couldn't remember it. So I used recursion. Full credit, and the worst algorithm he ever saw. That's an interesting question. Probably because it would give them a good mascot, is my guess. There was also... What was it? There was one other recursive language I learned, and I did really well with. Anyway, more energy. It'll get me additional damage, max hit, additional deflector shield, or we can go with deflector shield. Give me energy. Back to my items. We also have this. Projectiles will now have pierce. That can go on one of these to buff it up. That's a support skill. So these are... If you've played Path of Exile, these are skills, and these are supports. And then this is basically your items. Alright, this is a level 3. Destroy all enemies and rescue the Turtle Trader. Carlo the Turtle Trader. We've got pretty good weapons. Also, one of the things it has is eventually we'll get a whole bunch of currencies. And the currencies are straight out of Path of Exile too. Okay, fine. Carlo the Turtle Trader. Yeah. Oh, survive 30 seconds. 30 seconds? I can survive 30 seconds. How tough could it be? Probably pretty tough. So I'm chaining and piercing. Some of my stuff chains, some of it pierces. Those are little buffy things. Not like a Vampire Slayer. Little buff tokens that you can grab. It's a really simple, straightforward game. The gameplay part of it is really simple and straightforward. The game itself, not so much. Rocket and scrap. Spikes and scrap. Attack speed. Already have one of those. Well, we can go ahead and pop the second one in there. Weapon is grants 1 weapon or scrap. And this is my first piece of ship gear. Requires level 4, and I'm not there yet. I get to choose. Do I want the taser? I assume the slash scrap means it can be scrapped, or maybe that's the quality. It's scrap quality. Rocket, 22 to 34. So if we replace the left weapon, it does a little bit more damage. That does a lot more improvement on the left weapon. That is an enormous amount different on the left weapon. Less range. We're going to swap that in. And we can't use that yet. That's spike scrap. That doesn't do... I think that is basically is like thorns in ARPGs, and that you have to run into the things to damage them. Let's see. Left alt. Details. I do not know how to scrap yet. Alright, we are now going to save Carlo, the turtle trader. Oh, I don't have to save him. There he is. Oh, thank the stars! I've been stranded here for days! Those haunters have me on the hook. I don't dare to move. Help me out, and you'll get first pick once my shop's back online. The other thing was chaining, which was quite good. This is not chaining. I may swap this out for the thing that was chaining. Chaining seemed quite good against large numbers of little critters, which is what I'm currently facing, obviously. Gotta get rid of those ones. So as you can see, the gameplay is pretty unimpressive. Yeah, it is showing up. That's weird. I don't remember ever seeing the Steam Achieves show up before. Because normally I'm on game capture. I'm going to claim Carlo the Trader Turtle. Ah, okay, now here is where you start to get dice that allow you to re-roll things. And that's for doing PoE type things, for crafting the affixes on your item. Let's go to skills first. We're here. Let's see. We can go here and get still more energy. And that'll get us to versatile energy. Energy, mass, and time. That's an attack speed. Well, right now, there's no reason not to... Ah, they don't let you double up on them. Like PoE. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We can sell. We can sell to him. Oh, control sell. Ah, I got our first unknown dice. Shimmers enticingly. Wish you had more. Gosh, I do. I ever so do. I can use this now. It'll give us armor, faster dash recharge, dodge, an additional dodge, 9% to explosive, kinetic, and, well, 3 resists. I'm not level 4 yet. Why am I not level 4 yet? Let's see. We can control and sell that. So let's see. This is... Spore Blaster. Projectile split into 2 enemies on initial impact. Blind chance. I'm going to go ahead and... Do not trade those items. Okay, let's see. Take. You know, like, oh, do I take and apply? Is that what I do? No. Maybe we have not yet gotten to the point where we can use them. We'll go on to our next mission then. Defeat the Rust Baron. Okay, we've got two different kinds of projectiles we're spitting out. I'm now level 4, but I can't equip that object yet because we're in the middle of combat. That's the Rust Baron. Oh, I should probably grab the goodies. I have destroyed him and his filthy minions. Rust in pieces. I've defeated the Rust Baron. 4 unknown dice. Oh, okay, they were all of the unknown dice. Blue flavor. Ship token. Alright, we got 2 more skills. Let's see. We would definitely want the versatile energy. Going back the other way is more shield. Maybe later. What do we have there? Increase of deflective shield. That seems... Wow, that's a lot of hit points and goodies. We're going to go for that next. Let's see. Replacing the left. We'll get more damage if we replace the right item, the Spore Blaster. Less max hit. Less damage taken. A lot less range. And we'd lose one of the modifier slots. Well, we definitely want to equip that because we can... Oh, we have 2? Oh, we can equip that there. And that is a weapon. Nebulous Shield, Rusty. Oh, replacing the left shield. Oh, I'll go there. Because that's better than nothing, I'm going to guess. So we have, let's see, 45% worth of resists there, and that's not giving us any resists, but is giving us other bonuses. Let's see, that's left alt for details. Okay. I haven't seen yet where we can use these to do crafting on our items. That'd be a 30% damage increase on that. But we'd have... Let's max it. Well, let's try it, you know. No pain, no gain. Okay, let's see. Survive 60 seconds or destroy all enemies. We're going to destroy them all. That was my first actually significant dodge. That's an awful lot of badness. Ow, 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 ow. And yes, I said ow, as if I had actually suffered pain. Hey, extra XP. Should I grab that a little earlier? Almost done. Almost done. We've almost got it. Victory is mine. 4 unknown dice. Armor on hit. Can I use that? I can equip. No, that requires level 6. Ah, and this is no longer taking effect because this has 1 less support gem socket. If you familiar with PoE, you can have an item can have up to 5 supports. If you have the maximum number. This is requires level 6. Put that down there. Put it there. Another skill point. Let us go here for Reflective Barrier. Okay, attack speed. That is a level 1 attack speed. We already have 2 of those. Actually, we have a level 2 and a level 3. So this attack speed would be worse for both. Magnetic Mines. They call it a mine. A mine! Thruster. Yeah, you heard me right. To buy will cost me 1 of my unknown dice. And that's a level 1 attack speed as well. I guess those are the ones that he has that you could buy if you had the right currency. Thruster will be maximum velocity, maximum acceleration, and a modifier slot. I think that's probably worth, so I'm going to buy it. There we go. I think we're off for our next mission. All right, we're there. Level 9, survive 60 seconds. Wow, that seems hard because I'm not level 9. I'm going to... Waves of Corruption. Reward an advanced mod. Monster level 5. I'm going to go here first. Attack speed. Dash. Misses dash. Spicy. Get ready. Oh, okay. We got another level coming in. Two, one. Here we go. Oh, we want to avoid those shooty things, I'm betting. We don't want them to shoot us. I don't know that for a fact. That's just guesswork. 3, 2, 1. Probably should not have shot that big rock, thereby unleashing untold swarms of little rocks. Now, mind you, I do have shields, so even if I get hit, I don't die immediately. I'd have to get hit a number of times. Victory! Easy peasy. Lemon, something. Ooh, another unknown die. Rusty laser. Advanced mod. And 2 unknown dies. I don't have a Nexus. Ah, okay. Yeah, the Nexus, I remember watching. I was watching someone else playing earlier. What you can do is when you have a Nexus mod, you can put these supports around it, and they don't do anything, but they do gain XP and level up. We have a couple. Ooh, melee. 40% melee. Melee? Do I look like a kind of guy who does melee stuff? Because no. I'm going to buy that. Equip it. I'm going to buy that. And equip it. I'm going to claim an advanced mod. Ooh, sexy. So these mods are supports. More thermal damage. Aftershock explosive chance. Mines are pulled towards enemies in range. Increased area of effect, increased area damage. Let's see, this one is doing plasma damage. That one's doing nuclear and plasma damage. I'm not doing any thermal damage. I'm not doing any explosive damage. I don't think either of these were doing AoE either. Well, we'll hold on to that until we have something it can be used for. Restore armor on hit. Sure, because there's no harm in that. Laser, rusty. More damage, but less goodies generally for the others. Well, more damage for the left, but less goodies. And this one is more DPS, less damage taken, but shorter range, and one modifier slot, right? So we're going to sell these two, I think. I'll hold on to that one for now, at least. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the AoE one on the assumption that at some point I will get an AoE skill specifically, and until then, we can start leveling it up as they gain XP when they're attached to the Nexus. Great skills. We have another skill point. Okay, let's see where, if we were to go over here, energy, more energy stuff, we'd be looking at Quantum Frenzy, Thrust Wave, Engine Damage, and Area of Effect. We can look at over here, Thermo Blitz, attack speed, and thermal damage. Not currently doing thermal damage with anything. Over here, Zap Expertise, Explosive. So basically, I think those are the four kinds of damage. Well, I know you have kinetic as well. So thermal, so fire damage, electric damage, plasma. Not positive. And explosive. For now, we'll go here. Well, that's increasing thermal. I see. Also, this is safe to go to. Right now, it's useful for me right now, so we'll go ahead and apply that. I believe that's as easy as just right-clicking. You can toggle them off to get your points back. So respecking is a walk in the park. This game has a lot of just quality of life stuff that is hilariously better than Path of Exile. 60 seconds survive. Let's go. I am getting XP for these. $30 seconds left. Whoa, that's a whole bunch of them. Level 7. So it is kind of an interesting combo platter in that obviously the gameplay is pretty straightforward. But it's got the crafting and skills and stuff and sort of theory crafting that you get from a full-blown ARPG. All right, we got more AoE and knockback. Not especially interested in either one, but we'll hold on to them for now. We're in no hurry. What do we have here? Titanium core augmented. More max hits, more armor, less deflector shield, less deflector recharge. Less thermal, less nuclear taken. 2 modifier slots. +2. So currently we have 1. So that would be +2. Not that we have any mods for it yet. That would buy... I can't buy that because I don't own any of those. I could buy this. No, I don't think that's as good as the core we've got. Skills! Let's see. We'll apply that. We already have 1 AoE. I don't think we're likely to need a second. And this one is leveling up its XP. You can see the underneath where it says level 2, you can see it's partway to level 3 already. So we'll sell that. I am still trying to figure out how I craft. Guess you can toss on some lens content while you play League. That's awful thoughtful of you. Thank you. I'll try not to be an incredible annoyance. I'll try to just be the standard level of annoyance. I've got to do a quick Google to make sure I'm not missing something. Astroloot, how to mod items. Multiple modules, customized stats. Yeah, I know that. You can use modified specialized dice. I tried to use them and nothing was happening. If I try to apply them to something, nothing happens. Oh. Then they don't trade those items. Okay, well, we'll give it a bit longer. Then we'll try to figure things out more. Next up is more missions. So we can try the level 9. It'll require us to survive 60 seconds and it's level 9. That one's level 7. We'll go back for the level 9 in a minute. More waves of corruption. 3 enemy waves, monster level 7. Oh, it rewards a crafting manual. There we go. That will presumably allow us to craft. I figured that out by reading. That's my superpower. I can read. My superpower is I have functioning brain tissue. It ain't great, but it is functional. That's one wave, I think. I think we'll make another level pretty easily here. Alright, we've got a little bit of loot. Oop, okay. There's level 8. I almost went over to the big thing, but let's blow up more of the little things before we unleash more little things. And we have another loot drop. That armor, I think? Dash. Alright. And, oops. And now, wave 3. 3, 2, 1. I myself have never played League. When both League and Dota sort of sprang into popularity, I looked into both of them. And the floor, the knowledge floor was so low, and the knowledge ceiling was so high. I was completely intimidated. Especially for things like in Dota 2, item selection. Seemed like, how could you possibly have any idea of what was good as a new player? And the skill gap between those who knew and those who didn't was so enormous. Look at this. Two-handed gaming. I'm just a legend. One hand for the mouse, one hand for the coffee. Okay, unknown dice, plasma blaster, rusty, nebula shield augment, starter dice. Starter dice! Oh, okay. Grants 1 stack of dice. I don't know which ones I want. Crafting manual. I know how to use these dice. Crafting for dummies. Read the crafting manual. I can now use the crafting manual. Let's see. I'm here. One more to my energy. Seems reasonable. Blank dice. Change the rarity of non-unique to common. Basically that is a scouring orb if you're a PoE player. Change the rarity of a common item to uncommon, so that will just take a white quality item like, say, that, and turn it blue. Rerolls the number of modifier slots, so if I got a really good skill or item, I could reroll and hope to get more support gem slots. And I should be able to mouse over these now and see what those do. Change the rarity of an uncommon to a rare. And then there's Void. That is a Vol Orb. So I now know the function of the basic. What I saw that's really interesting is every item has a unique seed. And so if you want to go fishing for a particular affix, let's say attack speed, there's an interface that allows you to select attack speed, and it will show you how many rolls you would have to use to get attack speed. And re-rolling an item doesn't actually consume the dice until you say confirm. So you can just re-roll it and re-roll it and re-roll it until you get something you like, and then hit confirm. If you run out of dice or you give up, you don't want to spend that much, you just cancel. And you still have your items, your dice, and you still have the item, and the item will always have the same numbers because it has a unique seed. So you can't then try to re-roll and get better stuff. You'll have to get a different item. It's a very cool system. The stack of dice, 3, 5, or 1. I want a solar die. I wanted a solar die. What can I say? Knockback, not that interesting. Laser rusty. So, for instance... Oh. Yeah, you don't trade. Okay. Take, and we're going to apply it here to this thing. Well, let's see. Plasma blaster. Plasma blaster. Right? That one is blue quality. This one is white quality, but must be higher level. Because it has better numbers. Yeah, it has a lot higher numbers. But it doesn't have all the extra stuff the one on the right does. Not that it has that much. So I am... Oh, it's doing thermal. Oh, no, it has a buffer. Okay, I'm going to turn this one into a blue quality one, and it's probably going to end up better than that, and maybe a lot better than that. So we go like this. We go like that. You can craft or cancel. So right now, by default, this is what it's going to turn into. But I can re-roll here, and it re-rolls, but now if I want to keep it, it'll cost 2 of these. And you can scroll back and forth, and you can re-roll and re-roll. It's just a really fun, deterministic, for the most part, system. Really, really smartly done. Let's see, increased damage over time does not float my boat. A big damage increase, but let's try a different craft on that. This is the thing that's changing now. +4 to mass. Max hit and armor. And the thing is, I can increased explosive, increased crit. Adds nuclear damage. Well, I mean, I kind of like nuclear damage on account of it's fucking nuclear. So that's an 87% increase, whereas the one back here had... No, I'm going to burn through 4. We're going to go nuclear, boys. And we click on craft. It consumes 4, and we get that outcome. Plasma dice. Craft an item using a plasma die. Well, 4 plasma dice, actually. We're going to swap this in for that one. But we lose the attack speed. Aha! We can re-roll. Hey, dude, how you doing? We can re-roll the number of modifier slots. Because right now, this has only 1. And that will give us 2. And that's fine. That's all we want. I have used a slot die. And now we have 2 slots on this. And in goes attack speed. It's a very... He is a cool turtle. No denying. As turtles go, he kind of kicks ass. For a moment, I thought he was heterochromic for the eyes. I think that's the right word. Pretty sure. Anyway. So, we're going to sell this. We're going to sell our old plasma blaster. That's laser. That is not as good as either of the other two things we've got. Scavenger one, I have sold 10 items to Carlo. Thank you, Carlo. You're very generous. Okay, next up, another mission. I'm going to try the level 9 one now. May the gods smile upon me. That was not exactly what I wanted to do. You'll note I did lose some shield there. Fortunately, we do have shield regen. It is such a clever little take on the ARPG genre, where the gameplay is really straightforward. Nobody is going to play this for the gameplay alone. But the crafting, which is something like most PoE players love, is the crafting and the theory craft. That's all here. It is so smart. Oh, and by the way, it's important. $7. 4 more plasma dice. Excellent. Another ship token. Moonstone Nexus Augment. More luck. Oh, well, that's definitely. Find a unique item. That's my first unique item. Okay, that's definitely going in. And that can get sold. Let's see. This is a rare. So is this going to be doing more? This is doing more damage than my right weapon, and also more hit and shield and deflector shield. It's better than the one I just made. So it's going in. It has 3 supports. Yes. If it's got 3 supports, we might as well use the knockback. Titanium core. That one only has a little bit of thermal resists. This one will grant armor 14. Oh, that one's got deflector shield. So this one will lose a little bit of deflector shield, but will gain armor per second. That has 5 thermal resist. This one has 2 to time. I don't know what time is. I'm going to hold on to it for a sec then. We will sell this one to Mr. Happy Pants over there. We will click on that to give ourselves another skill point. So we have 2 waiting for us. Attack and speed and velocity, or just a lot of attack speed. Attack speed, energy, and a whole bunch of other goodies. Over here is mass. Don't know what mass is. That works. Increased armor, kinetic damage, and reduced acceleration. Increased engine damage. I don't see myself doing engine damage, frankly. A little velocity, not bad. We're going to go bloop, bloop, and apply. Back to our items. What does he have in the way of trade? Let's see. Warp augmented, which would be that thing. I only have a regular thruster. Don't say it. This one would be... Oh, this one's more of a damage. This is an engine that also shoots for damage. Turbine blade. Less damage taken. That is another rare item, the titanium shield. If I replace the left shield, it'd be more max hit, more armor, less kinetic energy. Yeah, I just don't think, even though that's a rare, it doesn't immediately look as good as the other two. That one has Did neither of them have resists? Neither of them have... Okay, that has explosive resist. That has 3 resists. Over here, we've got Polymer Shield Rusty. Armor. Neither of those seems particularly great. And then, nope, I think we're fine. So we're going to go on to our next mission. Waves of corruption. That's what the world is today. Hey, hey. 3 waves or 60 seconds. Right now, it feels like the 60 seconds goes faster than killing 3 waves. It's such a clever game. Basically, take one part of a successful game. Or several parts, I guess I should say. But yoink, completely, basically, do away with one of the major parts. Not a lot of skill to play this game. 10 seconds left. Avoid die. Those are the ones that erase a random affix for crafting other stuff onto it. Let's see. Plasma Mine. Okay, that would be one of my attacks. One of my weapons. We'll hold on to that. And this is... No, we've got the unique. Who doesn't like the unique? I mean, come on. Waste Mine augmented. That's Plasma Mine. 100% AoE damage in a 400 radius. Causes a... I think mines. Historically, I do like mines, I have to say. Spore Blaster. Bad. Plasma Blaster. Plasma, electric, nuclear plasma. Plasma and electric. Well, they're both doing plasma damage, so if I focus on plasma damage, well, I'm going to hold on to both of those for now, at least. Waste Mine. Plan to mine that ooh, that's nuclear. Who doesn't like nuclear? Warp augmented. I don't want to start just, blowing money around. Another skill. That's going to add one to our mass. I don't know if I want to be more massive than I am. Because, I'm pretty massive. It was plasma, right? We had plasma for both of them. How about over here? That's thermal. Thermal. There's a lot of thermal. Looks like thermal's kind of a thing we do. Well, a little bit of mass. A little bit of mass never hurt anybody. I have no idea how I buy these from him. I guess maybe that's just the supply he has if you sell him something. We'll go on our next mission. Let's finish off the waves of corruption. Wow, that first wave was easy peasy. May just be because I upped my damage that everything's dying much faster now. That's it. Here they go. They're coming in too fast. Don't get cocky, kid. Agony and me. Pretty good company. We'll start leveling up Agony because we can. Lunar Dice improves a random item affix. I assume that makes it a better tier. Jinx Dice add affix to an uncommon or rare item, so that's an Exalt. And another slot die. Zapper. Electrical damage. Magnetic mines. Mines are pulled towards enemies. That's a support for a mine weapon, which I do have one salted away here. Which is the core again? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and replace that and sell that one. Afterburner augmented. That must go onto the engine. Oh no, it would replace the engine. It's an afterburner. Less maximum acceleration, but more maximum velocity. Oh, and it's doing a shitload of damage in reverse. How much is that going to cost me? How much is that going to cost me? I'm gonna give that a spin and see if I like it. Next mission. Do we want to survive or destroy all enemies? That'll give us a core that's augmented or a shield that's augmented. I like the idea of a shield. Ah, there we are. So that's it. Okay. I'm good with that one. Willing to give up a little bit of shields? Just fly right through your enemies. That burned up half of my shields going through all those guys. Oh, but it's back. I'm not sure it's good, but it's entertaining. I'm level 12. Solar Dice. Change the rarity of an uncommon to a rare. That would be a Regal. Kinetic. That is a support. Doing more kinetic damage. Currently that does plasma and electric. That does nuclear and plasma. So that's not a support. Kinetic? Is that doing kinetic? That's not doing kinetic. On the other hand, we could put it there and it will start leveling up. Won't do anything, but it'll... The AoE, does that have AoE? While active. Our AoE goes down there, and now this has a much larger area of effect. Go ahead and put the kinetic up there. Jinx Dice. Add an affix to an uncommon or rare. That's the Exalt. We can sell that because I liked our flaming thruster. Don't say it, okay? Just don't resist. You're strong. So the left one is doing a lot of damage per second, because it says here the shield. It'd be a significant drop in my damage per second if I replace the left shield. Engine damage. Okay, so that's the damage going down. Would be my engine damage, which is fun. That is knockback, which we've applied to something. Afterburner augmented. We've got blast mine, explosives. No, I think we're good for now. We got 2 more skill points, though. Let's see, which way do we want to go? Dash and capacitor, energy and energetic, deflector, max hits. We got a couple of big ones over here. Explosive damage converted to nuclear damage and deal less explosive damage. Nuclear damage can cause an aftershock. So again, this is why one of the things that's so very PoE-ish about the game is this is the skill tree. And you start here, here, or here. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say they could quite easily add 3 more starting ships because PoE did that with their classes. What do we have there? Chip socket. Okay, that's a jewel socket. I don't have any chips yet. Okay, that was that, and that's the explosive, and this one is an extra slot of dash. No, less dash. But 40% of the damage you take. Oh, that's an interesting one. Not sure if I like it or not, but it is definitely interesting. Let's go shields. Don't you bop wow 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 at me, young man. Oh. Grants 1 shield augmented. Okay. So this does almost nothing. This is all bad if I replace my left shield with it. On the right shield, I get a little bit more deflector shield and a chunk more deflection regen, but not much. This is a lot more improvements, and it's rare, so if nothing else, it'll sell for more. That's all worse against the left shield. I want that one. Thruster augmented. I got you thruster augmented, all right. Bad joke. Bad joke. We'll sell that. This one we'll look at. Gives us additional damage per second in percents. We take a lot more kinetic and thermal damage. I'm just not seeing a big advantage in that. If we sell it, we get a solar dive in exchange. I am going to AFK for as long as it takes me to refill my coffee cup and quickly rinse out my carafe. That's not a dirty joke, but it does sound like it could be. Gotta say, this is one of the best single-digit dollar games I've ever played. Missions. Oh, haunted sector. That ate about half of my shield, but the shield's already regenerated. Victory is mine. Ooh. Thruster. A lot more maximum acceleration, but for right now, I'm not really interested in acceleration. There you go. All right, this is the rare one, and it's better in almost every single way to the one we've already got. So we want that. This is shield. Not as good as either of the shields we've got, I think. And this is a rare rocket. Ooh, rockets. Let's go find us some rockets. More damage than the left weapon, explosive and electric. We're mostly plasma on the right. Less max hit, less armor per second, slightly more damage per take, and slightly less range. I think we actually like it. Does it have... It has 3 slots. So, do we have any supports over here? No. That's the only thing. Core Rusty. I already have a rare one. None of the rest of it looks particularly interesting. I will hold on to that for now. We'll see how I like this one. Does that have any AE? No. That's got AoE, Agony, and Kinetic. Am I doing Kinetic? No. Explosive. More damage over time? No, I don't think the Explosive is doing that. Plasma might. That have the projectiles. Yeah, I think it does. Okay, we're off for our next mission then. Survive for 60 seconds or survive for 60 seconds. We'll go with the left one because I'm left-handed. Ah, okay, so these are like, it's firing off little rockets that are homing. Those seem to be doing okay. Oh, that was a lot of them. Took off half my shields, and it's all back. There are a lot of different ways of building. Huge number of ways of building a build in this game. Because it has so many of the mechanics from ARPGs. I mean, as an example, one of the skills is Flicker Strike. If you're familiar with Flicker Strike from PoE, there's an exact analog in this game. Drone Master. Okay, that's rockets. Are they considered drones? I don't think so. Fits into a chip socket. Ah, we don't have a chip socket yet. Okay. Plus one to it. Oh, drones are pets. Blast Mine. It has no advantage over any of the weapons I currently have equipped. Cell. Fusion Drive Enhanced. I don't have a not high enough level yet. This one does more damage than the left weapon, but it's an identical type. It's a plasma blaster. I don't think I want double plasma blasters, although not inherently a bad thing, I don't think. And that was my old spore blaster. We have another skill. Deflector. Fly. Mission. Oh, sure. We'll survive 60 seconds over here. Oh, those rockets look like they can take out multiple targets. It looks like, yeah, they may take out multiple targets. That's pretty good. King 14. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sometimes you just got to run away. Four, 3, 2, 1. Aftershock. More aftershock chance. That's if you're using explosive attacks. Which that is. Those. So let's see. Right there it's doing... 67 to 113. Without it, is it? I assume it's doing the same damage. It is. 35% damage in a 200 radius of final impact. Adds explosive damage. Okay. We have a polymer shield. Does not seem to be as good. Ooh, maybe the right-hand shield. That's got 20% the kinetic. Sell it. 4 more plasma dice. Armor on hit. I already have one of those, right? Yeah, ours is at level 1. And this is level 1, so we'll sell it. What's he got? What's he got? Polymer core. Armor and nothing else on what we're currently using. No. Augmented cannon. My cannon doesn't need any artificial augmentation, okay? I'm just saying. Cannon's working great. Yep, we're good. Another skill point. Another mission. How about treasure hunt? So this is just the campaign game. There is after the campaign, there's basically what amounts to maps. If you're familiar with Path of Exile, the reward we get is a stash level. We get a stash after we finish this. After we kill all of the enemies, we get a stash. While I find the energetic flame damage that we get from our dash, I think I preferred the teleported dash I had earlier. This one's funny and perfectly okay right now, but I think I'd rather have it a reliable defensive dash as opposed to an offensive dash where I kind of have to go head first. Hey, good. Extra XP, I'll take that. All day and twice on Sundays. Get it? So I will be doing some Guild Wars 2 raiding later this evening. Earlier this evening? No, later this evening. Oh, we have to beat the bad guy. Well, we don't have to. I'm going to, because he's the bad guy. But I will not be streaming. Give me my stash. Fusion drive. Please, please. A regular fusion drive? Not even worth considering. 5 more plasma dice. A unique. Very nice. 2 slot dice and a stash. I now have a stash. My precious! Salvage your stash. So my dice go in there. It's glorious. There are dice we don't have yet. 4 or 5 different kinds of dice we ain't got yet, you know. Those are the mods. The uniques. That's a unique. Ah, there it is. Replacing the left weapon, replacing the right weapon. Wow, that's a lot of damage. And range. Alright, that's kinetic. How many? It only has 2 pips, though. We can try and re-roll it, which we may do. Drone Master. Gear, mod, dice. Is that going here anywhere? Did it, or did it go into MISC? It went in here. Okay. Fusion drive enhanced. We lose the damage. Gives us resists, hits, velocity, acceleration. I think so. As much fun as... Oh. That was, right. Skills. No. Let's go for that. We have a chip socket. Energy. Are those the same? Looks like they're the same. Then which way would we rather go in the long run? Over there we've got Cascade. That's Aftershock. That's explosive. That's explosive and plasma are converted 50% into electric. That's more if we want to go electric. Thunderstruck. Na 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 na. Sell that. And let's see, back to our stash. Where's our reroll dice? We would like to get 3 supports here. Do we need it, though? Do we need the knockback? Knockback hits deal 300% more damage. Yeah, we probably want the knockback, don't we? Pierce is level 5. Attack speed is level 5. We would really like... three. That's 1. I didn't want that. Damn it, that's exactly what I didn't want. That's 3. That's what we want. Okay. It costs the exact same. It just could have screwed things up. So we're going to swap that in. Bloop. And we're going to hold on to this in case we like it for later. We'll put it into MISC. How about another mission? The arena against Rockthorn. I think I I'm doing a pretty good job murdering stuff right now. Feels better, feels stronger. That would be Rockthorn. And his missiles. It's that time again. I have something for you. That sounds a little bit creepy. Is CRPG Canadian role-playing game. Good try, but no. Computer. However, if you're Canadian, it is a CRPG that you play on computer. Ship token and an enhanced rocket. Another skill point. I think we were going there. That's explosive damage. Are we doing any? Let's find out. Explosive. Do we want to convert it? I think so. I don't think we want to convert it. I think we like it right where it is. That's engine damage and recharge. That's right. We wanted to go here and open up a chip socket. ARPG is an American. It is when I'm playing it. If you're from Andorra, it's an Andorran RPG. Argentina, Argentine or Argentinian RPG. Or if you're playing an ARPG, it's an action. Do I have anything else? I had this. Does slightly more damage than the one on the left, but it doesn't have the other goodies. Placing the right would be a big damage loss. I don't think we want that, so I think we're going to trade that. And those go straight into my stash in the dice, which is nice. Is that still an ARPG? Yes, but then it's only... Well, that's not true. Then it's only an ARPG, but you are a North American. So if it's an NARPG, then that works for either Americans or Canadians. Don't get the CRPG. Aren't all RPGs played on a computer? They're like... when they say CRPG, they mean something, I think, more specifically like a classic role-playing game. So things like your Baldur's Gate, or going back to the first one I played, would be the first Wizardry, or Akalabeth, which was the predecessor to Ultima. Those would be the only kind of that existed at that time. And that was the invention of computer RPG, I think. So they're more like the paper and pencil RPGs, with a computer acting as the game master. That's the theory, anyway. Your mileage may vary. Let's see, Emerald Path or Sapphire Path. I've always been more into blue than green, so we'll go with that. Ding 16. RPGs were more popular outside of computers, yeah. RPGs now are pretty popular in mainstream. Tabletop RPGs. I mean, you've got things like Critical Role. Now, those guys have no shortage of people watching their stuff. 3 slot dice. A shuriken. And a railgun. Ooh, railgun does sound tasty. I have to say kinetic. So we're currently doing kinetic. I don't think we want to just do kinetic, but that is freaking tempting, I gotta say. Yeah, replacing the right side one is just a reduction in damage. And the left hand is that's not very good either. How about the shuriken? Kinetic. It would definitely need a boost. I am, let's see what we've got over here. A little something, a small gift. Thank you, Carlo. You're too kind. Mine shield. Mines rotate around you. 2% less damage. That's not bad. Yeah, this is like... the dice are, in essence, all of the various kinds of orbs from PoE. This one has the exact same function as a scouring. This one is... it raises it, so that's a transmute. That one changes the rarity of an uncommon to a rare, so that is a regal. Slot dice increases the number of or re-rolls the modifier slots, so that's similar to a jeweler's in that it re-rolls. So yeah, it's like a jeweler's, I guess. Void is just like a Vol orb. So that, and if you look at the skills tree look a little familiar to a PoE player? I would think probably yes. So basically, a lot of the game is pretty clearly modeled after PoE, but just with a very simple, straightforward combat system. So this game is far, far more about the crafting and the skill managing than, not as much as PoE, obviously, but about your skill crafting and the crafting and that sort of stuff with a very, very simple gameplay mechanic. Barely played PoE in years. Yeah, basically a lot of the mechanics are, I wouldn't say identical to PoE, but strongly influenced. I'll be generous. What did he get? Okay, he gave me a bunch of dice. And Carlo's memory. Another world seems to shimmer within this marble. Against all odds, find a chase unique. Another world. What does it do? Yeah, I guess we open it. Right click to open. Here we go. What? I have to reach the festival. I was young. Okay. My family invited me to the spring festival. I had to leave the Astroloot sector to be there in time. I have to reach the festival. Okay, it's down here. Oh, there's time, I see. This is not how the story ends. I was actually destroyed. I would like to retry the mission. Oh, I'm not getting any additional shield. Oh, okay, I got destroyed by a corrupted area. I'm going to try one more. At least one more. okay. So there was a countdown there briefly. Okay, that thing spawned right in front of me. That was not fair. I'm trying again. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be able to do this or if I'm... But I know that basically your shields don't regenerate. And your firing is really freaking slow. On the other hand, 1 second, please. You stand still. I will be right there. Trying to see if I can manage this. Probably not going to succeed. Whoops. Okay, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt my feelings. Oh, that was pure luck. I'm trying to get to the festival. Almost got him dead. Well, does that open up? The festival's in that direction. Oh, I can't go in that direction. I'll die. Was there other paths? Whoop! Up! Ooh. That wasn't great. That's the thing, you just have to go really slow. Take advantage of the fact that your bullets bounce off the walls. I would like to be there now, please. Going down just feels wrong. I hate that. I arrived in time. Ah, what a festive night it was. That night I sold a lot of items. Whew. Okay, you played loads of Guild Wars 2. Is it like that? No. No, it's more like Diablo. Path of Exile is like Diablo, and this is all the combat parts. Yeah, hey Fat Body, how you doing? That was a little bit dicey. Turtle Daredevil has subbed? Subbed? Are you feeling okay? Have you suffered a recent head trauma? Thank you very much. I don't even have a spiel for that. Thank you. You are too kind indeed. This is like, it really, honest to God, is like Asteroid, if you ever played that primordial computer game or arcade game, combined with the skill and crafting and item system from Path of Exile. It is such a strange, lovely little bit of madness. Okay, so we got Lunar Compass. Reveals the current lunar aspect in your missions. I have no idea what that is. Cosmetics, a mission effect. Select a cosmetic, no mission effect. Reveals the current lunar aspect. Well, I guess we'll go with that. I don't understand what that does. A marble machine skill point. I have no idea what that does either. Let's see. So this would replace this, the Nexus. Increased time. Increased. I currently have minus 10 electric resistance, so that would take care of that. It would reduce my damage per second by a little bit, but a lot of max hit armor per second, and less thermal damage taken. That seems worthwhile, so we're going to swap it out. We'll drop this one into our stash. It's in the unique tab. We'll go back to trade and see if there's anything we want to trade here. Let's see. That's shuriken. That's one of the weapons. I'm happy with my weapons right now. That's another weapon. That's a railgun. It's very fast, but it's not doing anywhere near the damage of the other two weapons. Don't think I'm interested. That is... Oh, the waste mines. Kind of interested in mines. I'm a fan of mine gameplay, generally speaking. That's the shield. Is it better than either of the other two shields? Not really. So we'll sell it. And let's go to the stash. Drop that in there for now. And we will continue on our merry way. The Emerald Path. We found the Sapphire Path. Level 23. Defeat Boomsmith. I'm not level 23. So we'll go mod hunting. God, I was so used to that last quest that all of a sudden I'm going, what is me with this machine guns? Oh, that's right. Victory is mine. Railgun enhanced, because my gun is enhanced. Agony. Mod box. Okay, this, if I replace the left weapon, isn't bad. It'd be doing plasma. This one is doing kinetic. That's doing explosive currently. The dice are just like orbs from PoE. Like alterations and stuff like that. I mean, that's really, they are. That's a scour. That's a regal. That is a jeweler's. And that is a vol. Literally. Oh, no, sorry. That's a null. Literally the exact same function. You've got affixes. This one has 4 affixes. Increased kinetic damage, increased attack speed, knockback, and knockback deals more. Oh, it has built-in knockback. I don't need knockback on it. Although it is also increasing additional 48% on the knockback. So the knockback is dealing like 350% more damage. Let's see. We've got Agony, 40% more damage over time. We're not really doing any damage over time. But we can start leveling it up. No, we can't. No, we can't actually start leveling it up. Oh, that one's not leveling up because we already have a level 5. Doesn't do anything. When we have a level 5, then we don't need this. We can sell it. And a mod box. Oh, I want that back. Overcharge. Increased damage per dash slot. I have 2 dash slots by default. Mod in the engine. That is Crush. More melee damage. Ew. Blind Chance. Overcharge, because we currently have an engine that does damage. And now, it'll do a boatload more damage. I don't think the railgun is going to work for us. As it's doing kinetic. I don't know, maybe we just go kinetic. I'm going to... I'm going to use a die or two. Change the rarity of a common item to uncommon. Okay, so I have 47 of these gems, right? If I rolled, I would get these additional affixes right now. If I rolled 2 dice, now this thing, I can actually see what every single additional one would do, because this has a random seed that determines its path, as it were. So this would be the first try. If I use 2, it would give me increased energy. 3, it would give me increased electric damage, and so on. I can keep going. You're welcome. But that's the thing is, if I liked the second one better, I can go back to the second one. Because all of these possibilities, these isn't costing me anything until I click craft. If I like the 7th thing, when I click craft, it will take 7 of these. And I'll have that ability on the right. So you could theoretically go all the way through. Later on, I think, because I've seen it, you can choose the affixes and then press the button, and it will show you how many rolls it would take you to get the affixes you want. And if it uses up all of them, it'll get to 47 and 47, and you wouldn't have any. So then you'd cancel out. You still have all your gems. You just know you can't make those affixes on that item. So I didn't actually look at all of them. I'll look at like 10, because that's what we had. So this would add nuclear damage and increased attack speed, which is pretty good, but it's still not doing anywhere near the same damage as the right-hand weapon. It's doing almost as much damage as the left-hand weapon, but is also adding a bunch of armor per second and has a longer range. It's not bad. This one, again, 8% less flat damage or damage per second, but slightly larger maximum hits, armor per second, deflector, shield recharge per second. It has all these other abilities over the left. That's a lot less damage. A lot less damage. Doesn't look like we can quite get to anything that's going to actually give us more damage. I mean, I could go all the way through and check and see what all 47 would do. 1,500 bits to cheer? I'm looking again. It says 1,500 bits. Have you fallen asleep face first on your keyboard? That's remarkably generous. Thank you very, very much. I'm at a bit of a loss for words. Thank you. I'm at more than a little bit of a loss for words. I'm kind of a complete and utter loss at words. So, in point of fact, this is not giving me an improvement. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to trade and sell it. This one would be slightly more damage per second. We'll hold on to it. We'll put it in our stash for Misk. Thank you very much. Turtle Deer Devil, or Turtled Ear Devil, or Turtled Eared Evil. I'm going to go with Turtle Deer Devil. We've got a level 13 there. No, we already did the Sapphire Path. That was not particularly fun. Let's do the more Sapphire Path. Or the Arena. Requirements. Sapphire Key. I don't have any of the keys, I don't think. Fell asleep. I cannot imagine how on earth I get so many smart asses in my chat. I can't figure what is it that attracts smartasses to my chat. Can't figure it out. Sapphire Path, here we go. I mean, it couldn't be me. That makes no sense at all. I am an earnest, honest, kind, thoughtful, reliable, dependable, lying sack of shit. I mean, streamer. Thank you. Level 17! Ow, ow, ow! We do not like the things that shoot at us. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bango. I'll sell that. That is the Nexus. It's got additional mod space. Oh, Agony. The Agony isn't going up anymore, I don't think. Ah! You have discovered my one and only self-crafted emote. And is this going to improve our shields? Either of them. I think it might be a slight improvement. It's engine damage. Engine damage doesn't interest me. You got any goodies over here? Plasma Nova. Less damage, especially less damage than the right. That unique and that I have on the right-hand slot is just doing major league work. Got another skill. We do have an opening here for a chip socket. We only have one chip so far, and the chip we have is for mines, which I'm not currently using. But I'm currently using explosives and kinetics. That's explosive. Well, energy isn't bad. We can go that. That's... Yeah, I'll go with that. And toggle that one back off to give us another point. Respecking, not a problem in this game. Use one blank die. Oh, blank dice removes. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, it's not free. It does take a scour. Well, I might want to focus on explosives. I don't know. Non-critical strikes deal no damage, +2 to multi-crit. Definitely not interested in that one, at least not yet. Where were we? Missions. Waves of corruption. I don't know, do I have? It requires the sapphire key, emerald key. Rewards the ruby key. Well, I have the sapphire finished. I don't know. That's level 23. I'm level 14. I'm a little concerned that that might be beyond my reach. Here we go. We got waves coming. Didn't want to do that, but I did it. So, it didn't actually seem to hurt. That's good. There we go. One wave down. Stop shooting things at me. They're not welcome. Those things have got machine guns. I mean, I kind of have a machine gun too, but... Wave 3 coming in. In one. Bloop. We're back. Honey, I'm home. Rust Blaster. Another unique. Interesting. So that one's augmented. This one's exceptional. I think that's the number of support slots it has. Rusty has 1. Augmented has 2. And enhanced... No, that's not it. Because this is enhanced and that's augmented. An expert mod and an ethereal core. That's not as good as the core we currently have. What is that? Lethality. Critical strike chance. Critical strike damage. Field that buffs allies. So it doesn't affect me. That would only affect pets and maybe like mines. That's a zapper. Flame Slinger. We have an expert mod. Let's grab that. Ooh, lots of choices. Recharge. Field that buffs allies. Okay, that's for pets. Overcharge. Increased damage per dash slot. Parasite. Modifies a weapon so that it cannot be used by your ship. Instead, a parasite attaches to enemies in 750 range. Okay, that's cool sounding. More shock chance, more electric damage. Shock and that would be called lightning and shock in PoE. Well, I sure as hell want to find out what this parasite thing's all about, you know? Modifies a weapon so it can't be used by your ship. Instead, a parasite attaches to enemies. Well, which do we want? I think this is the weapon that's doing the majority of my damage. Armor on hit is not that exciting. We'll drop that here for now. Okay. We're going to drop that there, and we're going to see what it does. Okay, it's saying it's going to do less damage, 7%, but, you know, we'll see for ourselves, won't we? Yeah, we will. We really will. And this is theoretically going to be more damage per second for either weapon? 74 to 218. That's why this is a higher level one. So we definitely just replace that like that. Oh, it doesn't have... I need another modifier slot because it only has 2. Those are the pips at the top. Stash. Dice. Slot dice. Okay, that will give it 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. So if I want that, it's going to take up 6 of my dice. And I do. Now this is not going to do as much damage as that one. We'll keep it in our inventory for now. We have another skill point. Where are we? Where were we? We were over here. That one we definitely are not interested in. Deflector shield, energy. What do we got over here? Deflector shield per 1 energy. Do I play WoW? Yes, I do. How you doing, Billy? Willie, sorry. I don't think I'll be playing at launch of the new expansion, but generally I do play WoW pretty much every expansion. This may be only like the 2nd or 3rd that I haven't played on expansion launch. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be streaming at launch. I'm not sure why. It hasn't really grabbed me. It just hasn't. At least not yet. You know. I might change my mind. I'm so random. I'm not random. All right. Well, accept that. $18. That is destroy the enemy spiral. Enhanced or ship token. Oh, they're spiraling in. I see what that's why it's called spiral. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Get in front of level 19. Ding. The only other expansion for WoW that I know for a fact I didn't play at launch was Pandaria. I'm not sure if I've played all of them, but I've certainly played most of them. Almost all of them. All right, a couple new exceptional items. More plasma dice. A ship token, which we'll claim. We have 2 chip sockets. I would like to see more chips show up. Let's see, he's got Hop. Teleports to an enemy and triggers your engine. That, I believe, is Flicker Strike, for those of you who play PoE. I was watching a streamer earlier, Allie, if you're familiar with her, who was playing this game, and that's what got me interested in it. And I think this is the one that basically functions exactly the same as Flicker Strike, where it just makes you dance around the screen, going from monster to going from critter, in this case, going from ship to ship to ship. Shamrock, 10% more luck. That buffs allies. I don't think that is self-buffing. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a self-buff, too. All right, that is... weapons. Less range and less damage, so we definitely don't want to replace the left. And a lot less damage than the right. So that is, I think, Thorn's exceptional. That is basically you want to run into things. I'm not interested in running into things. I'm far more interested in running away from things. Fusion, exceptional. Less max hit. More thermal damage taken. So it got 3 pips? It does. It does look like most of the stats are better. We're going to go ahead and use it. Sell this one. And that's the one we're holding on to. Oh, suppose I can move that. No. Oh, I can't. They won't even let me move it back. I shouldn't have moved it out. It wasn't gaining any experience anyway. We'll put that in the stash. Mods. Buzzer spiral sector. This will give us an enhanced engine. So I am going to be calling it relatively soon. Ooh, solar dice. Resistances. This one can go over there. Excellent. +5 to all resists. Adds 5 to 9 explosive. Flat. Parasite. I don't really know how well that's working or not working. This is an engine. We have our choice as well. I think we want the prettier one. Okay, this is another afterburner. It does a lot of damage, but it's the one we had earlier. Basically, we fire a bunch of fire out of your butt. Well, not in real life. And it would be good if you were using, a physical melee ship. trying to fly into other ships, this thing would be great, but I'm... Turbine blades. That's, again, kinetic. Yeah, it deals melee damage to nearby enemies. So that would be, again, if I was doing the melee. Inferno. You can drop that there for now. An arcade game you used to play? Yeah, it's very similar to Asteroids and a number of other old arcade games. The gameplay, but where it is very different is the items. These all have support gems, essentially PoE support gems to make them more functional. You've got a skill tree like PoE. Basically what it is it is accurate the way I described it. It's Asteroids had a kid with Path of Exile. And the kid got Asteroids style of play and game systems from Path of Exile. Shockwave sector, destroy all enemies. Monster level is 20 and a reward will be... That's a lot of bad. Level 20. Easy peasy. Dash on hit. Oh, well, we'll take the token first. We've got 2 more skill points. Armor and kinetic resists. Oh, I like all these resists. Yes, let's take resists. I approve. A heavy taser. Required ship level is 24. I'm not. Dash on hit. Restore 0.1% dash on hit. Where does that get equipped? Not there. That only has 1. Let us use one of our dice, see if that a second. A second support. Not the one? 2. That's all we needed. Go, and this can go there. That is a waste mine. Does nuclear damage. Or if you prefer, nuclear. Curious, what could we do to this? That's getting close on the amount of damage in my left-hand weapon. Not getting much closer. Yeah, so we'll cancel and sell. That one's interesting, but not interesting enough. +1 to level of all minions. If I had minions, that would be a better choice. I think I'm going to call it here for the evening, guys. I think I'm going to keep playing. Well, probably not tonight. Well, maybe later tonight. Going to keep playing this off stream. So and this is what I'll be playing tomorrow, I assume, at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out, as always. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Turtle Dear Devil, for the sub and the bits and the mental health emergency, which obviously caused that. I should be back tomorrow. I'll be back on this, I think. I'm having fun with it. I may even roll a second character to try out the other ships. There are 2 other ships you can start with. Try different skill builds and stuff. It's a really, really shockingly deep game. And fun. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow. I am also going to be doing a Guild Wars 2 raid in an hour? An hour. With some a fair number of people cooler than I. Ones who I know are playing Malcolmist TV and I think Jukebox. There are a couple others who might be in the game who will be streaming it, which will be Engelbert Meow, Iron Maiden, Praying. I don't think Praying Mantis is playing. I'm not positive. Anyway, I know Malcolmist TV will be streaming it. You'll be able to hang with me there if you want, in the unlikely event. I'm back tomorrow. Again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Back tomorrow. Brand new bullshit. Probably back in this game. As always, I like to set an achievable goal for the people who hang out here, so I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. Regardless, I hope the rest of your evening or morning goes great. Take care, and